So we're I'm almost complete with the whole highway rebuild project, and we're going to run down here and show you how I've done it. Oh, this isn't a very good example because I've done it a different way here. This is a good example, however, how this is actually flat. This is not uphill, or I would not be able to use these um, curbs. It's in Snappy Mods with um, parking garage uh, section. This is also in the parking garage section. These ramps, they're made to be used with these angled um, walls. Not sure what I did here. I built a little stairwell down. Oh, that's because um, there's a settlement over there. I can't remember what the name of it is. Anyhow, I have to go beyond this right now because the build border, I think I'm beyond it. Let's see. Nope. Okay, so we just got rid of some debris there. We're going to rebuild this section right here with Snappy Mods and go all the way over to parking garage. This is not a flat area. I like using lighted always. Um, it's not a flat area, but I'm going to use the axes to try and dial this in. I need to make sure I'm on Y or Z. I can't. I think it might be Z in this case. Nope. X. Nope. Ah, Y. Uh, okay, we're on some sort of a different plane. Here we go. Now grab it, put it down to highway level. Ooh, it's not gonna be good. Okay, let's try to tilt that a little more. That way. And yeah, once that corner down a little bit. It's not perfect, but as you're running along the highway, you don't even notice those bumps. I don't think I'm gonna tilt this up a little more here. I don't like that. Really hard to get these dialed in perfect. uh, Ultimately, you want it how it is on the right over there by that green railing. You want it almost flush. This one is really giving me a hard time here. Try that. Wow. Alright, we're not going to get it much better than that on this one, unfortunately. Same piece. And this is a much flatter area. So as you can see, I'm going to move that over this way because I've got to go all the way across. Maybe not. Let's do it this way. Go just a little beyond. And bring it. No, 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 no. Once it starts moving, man, it's awfully hard to get it flat again. It's almost worth deleting the piece and starting over. We are on some weird plane. Usually this tilts the opposite way that it is doing now. There we go. That is much better. Not sure what was causing that. Just all of a sudden it decided to cooperate. Who knows? Weird. So that one should snap right in. And then we're going to go get a single piece over here. That's going to snap in, and it's going to be a little bit beyond. We're just going to call that okay. As you're flying by on the highway, you won't even see that. This is the curb I was talking about. Like it's sticking out like that. It's better or not great. I think we'll put it right there. It's going to make the end fly out, so now we'll put it right there. All right, here we go. Now you got to get the end piece on, because otherwise you're going to see that gap. This is the end piece, and it just goes on like that. And I don't need anything on the other side, and we can continue with clearing this section of highway. I've already done this once. I'm not sure why it came back. But it'll do that. Sometimes I've gotten this whole highway done. North, south, east, west, all the way down to the glowing sea. All the way up to Zimanja and beyond. Outpost Zimanja is a really big build now. I've made it into an outdoor stadium, amphitheater, natural amphitheater. There's nothing there. Okay, keep going. I'm not sure how far this is, but we have to go way over there. All of this was done once, and I don't know why it didn't save, but it obviously didn't. Just a nice, clean highway is what I like. None of the debris in the way, all the holes patched. These kind of areas can create a problem. Because you've got things sticking up. And I found the best way is to go up and over it. And we'll demonstrate that in a minute here. The workbench. Now you don't want the workbench sitting in the highway. So when you're all done with this, you can go to the command prompt, click on it, it'll bring up the identification number, and then you can disable it and it will go away. Well, I'm not going to do that right now because I'm still building, but yeah, and all of your builds will stay right there, perfect, where you left it. All right, let's go back here and come around and rebuild this section again. Oh, we're already in the parking garage. Just have to go to the right place. These two singles, one is braced lengthwise, and the other is braced widthwise, I guess. The next one is the lighted, and that's the one I always prefer to use. And as you can see, you can get a relatively flat area, and this looks really good. Okay, that is not planing out correctly, so I've got to turn this piece here a little bit. Now we'll put it back down. Ooh, trying to go too fast. And it's still not planing out. Okay, turn it a little more. That little tiny bit makes a huge difference at the other end. I'm going to leave that bump in the road there. Okay, well, then we got vine. Let's just delete the vine. Can't see very much of it. And you can see that planes out pretty good right there. That makes a nice flat area. I'm going to have to put an edge on this because it's all flat. I can use the highway railing. Well, it's actually parking garage railing, but you get the idea. It looks really close to the railing that's already there, so it looks really good when you get done. Put the ends on and we're done. Done with that section anyway. And now for the area that is going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem, and we're going to have to go up and over this hole in the road here, because as you can see, this is not going to plane out correctly. So I have to go up and over, and as I come across, this ramp is ramped, well, this section of the road is ramped up a little bit. So as I come across, it's going to plane out and it'll disappear right into the road and it'll look really good. You really won't notice it at all. And you'd swear that you're on a highway. You know, it just looks like the highway. I really like the blend. It just looks really natural, really good. I suppose it could be better. What I'm finding is that as I do this, as I'm nearing the completion of this highway project, just deleted a vine there that was invisible. Can't see, don't know where it is, but it said vine, so we'll go ahead and delete it. Don't like vines. They really get in the way. There's one on the railing over here too. Gone. Yay. Air dirt. Yay. Sometimes these build menus stop. These build borders stop at this expansion joint. And, well, we're just beyond it, just a little bit. So now we can go back and rebuild all of this, since we've got it cleared. I've got a section here. No, that's fine. I'm going to continue this way. We'll have to go back. Alright, go to the pavement area. Now, you want to go up and over, so you go to your ramps section, go to the fourth one. That's a lighted on the underside. And that seam, I like to line up with the white line. Well, this is gonna be a difficult one. So, see how that's wanting to lie lower than the road? Well, we don't want that. And the only way to get that thing to snap in sometimes is to put a section below the road. Now, I don't know where exactly that is, but now when you go to your ramp section, see how it wanted to snap? Now we're going down. Now we're able to get below the level of the road. And I'm going to put... Sometimes when you separate in the middle like that, and you don't put this all the way over, it creates a problem in the middle. And I don't want the problem in the middle because too easy to fall through. Try to do it on both sides. It's going to give me a really wide section here, but no. Now we go flat with lighted. You can cut that down so that only this section right here is the only thing sticking out. And then you go right back to your highway railing. But as you can see on this side, doesn't make any difference anyway. So I just think it's probably better to just grab it, go all the way over. The nice thing about that flying out past like that is you can now make that into a nice flat area to take a stairwell down. You can build a stairwell right here and you'll come out right on top of that log down there, which will have to go away in order for you to do that. But now we can continue on because we've got a hole up there that we've got to cover. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to do it. We're not going to reach. Okay. Well, this is not out far enough. Okay. Well, it's not planing out correctly. Shit. We're going to have a flashy stripe. Yay. Now let's see what happens here. Let's see how that goes right over that hole. If you go beyond and look, gosh, if it wasn't for that stripe, you wouldn't even know that. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab each one of these and drag it back. 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 And drag it back. Drag it back. Drag it back. And drag it back. Now we got no flashing light. Okay, we're at one of those places. Awkward as heck. Don't know what to do. So I get out, quick save, because I don't like that lump laying there. Sometimes you can disable it and it'll go away. Sometimes it actually deletes the highway that you're standing on. Yeah, and that's exactly what it did. So you can see that whole section of highway is gone. So we don't want that. And then you just load the save that you just had. And it'll put you right back where you were. Standing there staring at the rock in the road. Yeah. Alright. Well, there's nothing I can do about it then. Go back into build. What do we got? How are we? What I'm looking at is I've got a flat section here, and then the very next section is curved up. And I'm thinking about taking, let's just try it. So I have to delete all these flat sections. Go over here and grab the ramped section. Snap it to this side. And we're still going up and over. That's the problem when you have to get out and save, that you have to go all the way back. And these menus are massive. Now what do I want to do? Boy, you can do two things. I can either take a ramp section and go down, snap it to the downside, and it will cover that hole. It does not cover it very well. See this right here? That's I try to be picky, like I don't want any of that. But it's just gonna have to be. It is what it is. One thing I wish Snappy Builds had was a single ramped area. And then that would just finish this off perfectly. And then I could follow the rail all the way across and it'd look great. Also, a ramped railing would be nice. Oh, God. what to do. What to do. I'm considering deleting the whole thing. No. Just continue on. So, see how this is so ramped that it doesn't really want to interact with the road in the way that I want it to. It's definitely sticking up too high on this end, or is it? Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Alright, let's mirror it on this side now. Hi, sweetie. My dog came in. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. I don't know if you know about Westies, but man, he is smart. Oh my goodness. I'm looking for a mod that'll change dog meat into a Westie, actually. That would be really cool. Hi, good boy. So you can hear him. He's schlucking on the water there. Schlucking. It's always a word my dad used. Did we cover the hole? It did, but not great. Okay. And we are out of the build zone. So since I've got, we'll just get out of the build altogether. And since I've got extra highway here, this is how that ramped area down there is going to look. It's going to look just like this, where there's going to be a section that's out beyond the highway. And how do you terminate that? Just like that. I could go on over and connect it, but I didn't. What is this thing floating here? That's odd. I see what I did. This is a ramped area. So as it's going uphill, I really don't like the way that looks. And as long as I got railing there, why use this? More. Why did I do that? I don't recall ever having done that before. Oh, that's why. It has to terminate on this end somehow, so we're going to go back to the parking garage, go back to the railing area, put this small piece of railing in. Terminate both ends. 1, 2. I don't know if that looks better or worse. Is what it is. I'm not changing it now. And this has already been repaired. You can see the light. Apparently it wasn't wanting to plane out again. Wonder if I can delete this from down here now. No. Well, more than one way to skin a cat. Let's just disable it. Oops. Misspelled it. I'd often thought that if I had, I think that looks like a safe. We'll just get rid of that too. And the truck. I was gonna say, what in the heck is that way down there? It's dog meat. Dog meat. Outside the build area. I'm like in a halfway zone here. Is it worth building a whole new workbench? Yeah, you know, it might be. But if it comes back, it definitely will be worth trying to put a workbench in this area. But otherwise, we can just take care of it like this. How far down is that workbench? There. Boy. How far down is this workbench? Holy shit, way down. Oh, there. Well, if this was flat, then I could put one here. That would plane across and come out right about there. Guess we're doing that. So the problem is that I'm not exactly halfway between workbenches. What build border am I in? Okay. Must have been now we're in a different one because I'm having to go all the way through the menu. That's how you can tell. You've entered a different build menu now. And I should be able to just slap this right down where I was planning. Oh yeah. That has been kind of the hardest thing to figure out. Where does one build menu stop and the other one begin? Ooh, had it there for a minute. It's still flashing. Oh, okay. So, get out of that build menu. Go to inventory. Workshop spawner. Best thing I ever did. You can build settlements wherever you want them. Where do I want this thing? Oh, excuse me. I got up way too early this morning. You know. That's the bad part about it. You don't have any control orientation on this thing. So if you don't like it, which I don't, let's just get rid of it. Alright, now we're going to build a new one. There we go. That's better. Enter that workbench. Snappy Mom. highway railings. I like that one, so we're just going to go ahead and use it. The reason I'm doing that is because that ramp section that's coming up next is not going to allow me to build where I want to. That's not ideal, but oh well. I may be getting rid of that anyway. Not even gonna bother with that one. You can do like a corner piece, which honestly sticks out on the road a lot. So, because I have to, let's get out of the out of the parking garage. We're going into a different mod now. Well, same mod, different section. And see how that covers that really nicely there. Now, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Oop, went too far. Nope, didn't go far enough. And then terminate it with a large. Alright, let's put the railing on. I need two sections of and now the rest should be flat. Two sections of angled and one section of flat. I'm going to use this smaller one over here because it's not as intrusive on the build. So, no. Why? I can't tell you how many times I've fallen all the way to the ground, and then you have to no clip to try to get back up here, and it doesn't always work. I'm having an issue with command prompt when you type in TLC, it doesn't always want to give it to me. You'll see TLC typed in, but it won't do anything. It's TLC. It doesn't mention anything about being in no clip mode. Whoa. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, and terminate with a biggie. And the reason I'm putting two is it's got this little tiny piece. And that piece covers real nicely. There's two different angles on these railings. There's this. Let me show you. There's that one. And if you go to the next one, the angle's not quite right. So it just looks kind of janky. You gotta go to the more severely angled one. I'm not sure why they got that. I've never found a use for it, quite frankly. While I'm in this, I'm just gonna go down here and do these. Holy cow. Give me a break, man. Snap. Wow. My two little tiny peas. Yeah. Yeah, piece put two. Okay. And that completes that section. It just takes a little bit. I got this. I don't like using a whole big. Hmm. We're in the middle of a seam, so I'm gonna have to place the fence and then go back. And normally I put big ones at the end. Actually, with that workbench being there, I think I will this time. Sometimes I put the small ones at the end, but only when it's like not conducive to the build. So what I mean by that is I would put a small one here and here because out in the middle of nowhere here, it looks good when it's on the end way over there, and then it's all small ones until you get on the end here, and then it's big ones. That looks like a bridge almost. But on these small ones, it's really not. I don't know. It doesn't always look good. So sometimes I put the smaller ones, but in this case, it looked pretty good, so I just left it. We'll try to do something with this right here. I just don't like that. I'm trying to lighten up the outer edge. And I'm getting off the plane of the road. Either way, I'm going to have to get up in the air here for a minute. Not sure which axes I'm on. Okay. Now put it down, see if that helped. Absolutely not. Really hard to level these out sometimes. So is it instant? No. No. That's kind of why I think a mod designed for highway rebuilding would be better. I do not like it, Sam. I do not like this way. This highway is. Just don't like it. Just going. Gets to that certain point and it just doesn't want to do it anymore. Alright, let's do this. I don't know why it's so difficult right at this moment. What have I already got one here? Yeah. Okay. My hope is that this. I switched to a different piece because I'm trying to make it plane out correctly, and it just isn't. I'm not getting anywhere with this. Alright, get rid of that. One more trick. So we go over to this. And where did that go? And the problem is that piece that I just snapped and placed, I can't see it. I don't know where it is because it's invisible. Now grab it. Nope. Still not doing it. Oh my goodness. My God, what a pain in the butt this one's been. Okay, search for it. Can't see it because it's invisible from the bottom side. We're getting rid of that. I don't like the way that thing's working. So now what? Hmm. And that's why you'll see those sections of highway, whether it's why has he got a bump there? Why did he do that? Well, that's because nothing else is planing out over here. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay. How about this? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Who's daddy? Oh, boy. So I still have to do this side. And it only makes sense because I've done it there. Do the same thing on this side. And then we're going to be into some sort of a... Oh, please, come on. Just plane out. Just work. Snap to. How high off the ground am I? No, not bad. Not sure why you didn't plane out like the other one did. Mm-mm. Didn't mean to do that. Shit, let's... So since it didn't mean to do it, we'll just get rid of it. Put a new one. Alright, now we go. Oh, I gotta put one more, don't I? Hmm. 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 So this is why this was such a massive project. Because this whole thing, oh my gosh, I'm so blinded by the thing. That looks pretty good. Now let's go back and grab it. Snap. No, not there. Yeah, of course, I don't want to do this either. There we go. That will have to do. And then what we'll do is we'll take another piece and does that plane out. Yay! Yes, it does. Okay. So to get railings on these things, you have to get out of the parking garage and go into the landscaping. And then it's the retaining wall section. Retaining walls, and I believe it's this piece. Not sure. I thought it would snap right too, but I'm not. No, it does not. Okay. So basically, I gotta line up the top and hope that I'm level. I don't know if you can tell what I'm looking at here is how that one stops at the line, that one stops at the line, this one's way beyond it. And is it shorter? Yeah, it is. So get her up there. And center it. That should do. Wow. Looks about right. Alright, so to back into it, you can use, there's two different kinds of poles here. There's that square one, which I think looks like I'm way too high with my wall. And then there's the round one, and they snap right to the top of the wall. This one's too high as well. Still too high. And wow, still too high. And there we go. Typically, these retaining walls snap really well end to end. For some reason, I'm not having that luck right now. That looks pretty good. The middle one does not need that, of course. Oh, yeah. Come on now. Oh, work with me. Off our weight quite a bit. Keep turning it. Ooh, that looks good. Okay. Go back to the parking garage section. There is a lot in this. With snappy builds, you should really think about getting that mod, because that's just got so much stuff in it. And here's the quandary again. What do we do now? So we've got to fill this section, and it's on a curve. And that's what I mean by I wish they had a slanted section of railing that I could use, but there isn't one, so you have to make do with the landscaping. See, now we're not symmetrical. Oh, we got money laying all over the highway. I'll take it. I'll take it. Don't know where that came from, but what do we got here? Pre-order money, and all right. Get back into the building and see if I can get rid of it. And there's a workbench right there. No, it's not gonna do it. So disable it. It's the only thing you can do. I gotta have a duffel bag laying in my highway. No, thank you. Sorry. Not happening today. Alright. So get back in the build menu. I gotta put a pole on the other end too. Yeah, we'll just do that first so you can see what I'm talking about. Back into landscaping, back into the retaining wall. Boy, it's just little bits high, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna change that. Okay. I could just go with fencing here. Wow. I really messing with me. that. Same thing on this side. I'm trying to make it parallel to the green curb railing that's there already. That's not too bad. No, I'm not even with the wall. That's good right there. Alright. Let's put a period on the end of that sentence. Now you can turn them. I just turned that one. Oh my gosh, look how high off the ground that thing is. This one off the ground too? Yeah. Alright. Take it away. Take it away. Bring the wall down. Still off the ground. Well, looks pretty good actually. How is that? Are we centered? Not perfect, but not bad. I'm gonna leave it. So. It gave me a green light, so we're just gonna run with it. I'm just basically trying to cover up that hole now. That hole. Because that's a long way down. Alright. I normally don't like placing things like that in the highway. Because as you can see, you're running along, all of a sudden, kaboom, and you run right into a brick wall, literally. So I don't normally like doing that in the highway, because it does take up quite a bit of the lane. But what am I going to do? I'm going to be running along and fall in a hole, too, so. Let's go back to not just good for aesthetics. Just gotta plop me down one here. Sometimes the menu gets right in your way, you can't see what you're doing. Alright, good enough. What are you doing way up in there? Well, if it's not gonna snap too, wouldn't you know it, there it did. In a place where I really don't want it. I can't fall in to anything. I've got the same thing going on this side. So, one or two choices. Let's try to land on this railing here. I can either take the landscaping section and put a couple sections of fence right here. just don't like having things sticking out like that. Not a good look, you know. And this isn't going to be perfect by any means, no matter what I do. I need to move this out of the way so that the railing will snap where it needs to, because it's wanting to go way low. Why are you going way low? I don't know. Does that look better? What do you think? Yeah, don't like that. Sometimes the piece will snap to the wrong piece. And as you can see, if I jump that little piece right there that's highlighted, didn't snap to the other column. And the reason it didn't is because this column is off, and that column is from that column, and the reason that column is off from that is the ramp is off from the other ramp. And I'm not deleting all that and starting over, because as you're passing by, you're never going to see that little thing. So, too bad, so sad. Now, are we level here? Look at that one. Ooh, that looks pretty good, actually. I'm just thinking I want to close this in. Not up there. What are you doing up there? Gives it a more finished look, I think. What do you think? Kind of like this is a bridge now. That doesn't really snap to anything, does it? Well, you can't fall out either, which is good. Feeling something's not placed exactly where it's supposed to be here. And more than likely, it's that. So now let's see what we got. Looks like it's going to be the same thing. Alright. It looks like it actually might be a centimeter better, millimeter better. So there we go. Done. Two ways to finish this off. I could either put, I'm thinking a big piece of railing there. I mean a big column rather. And I think that might be the best way to terminate that. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Since that's what I've already done over here. Got to mirror it on the other side, of course. And there you have it. We've rebuilt the highway. Get out of the build mode. Oh, I just saw a section. It's not going to stay out. Okay. I don't know if you've noticed, this is all part of the same section that we started on to begin with. Just before I started the video, I had cleared from here on up to the whole thing where we were building at, because it was, for whatever reason, everything came back. Normally I use the small ones when I'm building here, but I'm not going to do that. I use all big ones because I've got that block wall, retaining wall. And I'm building from the right because, oh, that stinks. I was building from the right because, and then this one will not terminate correctly either. So, because we're at the end of the wall, we'll just go ahead and put a big column there and call it good enough. And the same thing on that side. There we go. Oh, and I've got the same thing in the middle. Oh, that is cool. Why is that planed out the way it is? The column is centered, the wall is not. Oh, I see what I did. Well, then I can probably get rid of that piece. Yeah. Okay, and then I got lights on the bridge. Should I put lights on this end of the bridge? Could. 1, 2, 3 there, 1 there, 1, 2, 3 there. That might look cool. Let's try it. Lights, camera, action. There we go. This could be a challenge. You're so high above your head. Now let's just step back and take a look. That all looks pretty good, actually. See how it turns green when it's on the right plane? That is so handy. Now we just have to connect them all. I'm thinking that the wire is too far and it won't connect up properly. So watch this when I connect this light. Boom, they all come on. Yay. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Whoops. Apparently I need to repair the highway. Nope, that's so packed. Snappy. Parking garage. Floor. Which one's it gonna be? It's always a crapshoot, and you don't know what you're getting into here. Place it. Why is it doing that? It is planing in a really bad way that makes it awfully hard. It's supposed to tilt up and down on this side and up and down on this side. Instead, it's going corner to corner, and I don't know how to change that. I believe there is a way, and I think I've done it accidentally a couple times, but just there's so much to this game that change to Z is not what I want. I want it to be Y, but see how it's just not doing what I want to. It's not supposed to do like that. No. Still not. If I put it down in the road, it'll sit there and spin. How do you change object set to relative global access? That might have been it. Nope. Nope, that was not it. That looks pretty good. Okay, that's just a puddle of water on that side, so we're not going to worry about that. Wow. An obvious patch. I did not turn it. I'm really having a hard time here. It happens to be while I'm doing a video. Isn't that crazy? And that's better. Yeah, we're going to call that good. Okay, now. Running the highway. Got another bare section. Too bad. Let's just run the highway. See how far you can go. That terminates. And I need to redo this, don't I? Somebody's shooting at me down there. Wow. Looks like I haven't even been on that ramp. So, yeah, this is what rebuilding the highways is all about. I am apparently on a section I haven't paid much attention to. Are you being a creeper, Tim? You might be part of the problem. Let's go back. Sorry, I was inside my head there for a minute. All right. Not sure how these big sections keep. I almost believe that I've been on this road before. Oh, and you know what? I remember it now. Yeah, I was on this road, but I didn't fix anything. I just ran straight through on a previous highway run. Now, whether I was videoing that or not, I don't remember. I don't think so. This is the guy we just killed over there. I was just playing a little bit before I started the video on these guys attacked me while I was trying to rebuild over there, and I couldn't even see them. I didn't know where they were coming from. So I haven't collected anything from them. Fusion stim pack. You can keep the cakes, you can keep the squirrel, toy car, bandana. Don't care about any of that other stuff. Command prompt, click on him, brings up the number and disable. And he's gone. That's how you do that. Get back into the build menu. Oh, we got an encampment. So we got a small repair here to do. This is just going to turn, this is just an off ramp is all this is. This isn't even on the main highway. Sandbag, alright, we're getting rid of you. Goodbye. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I almost shot him with a workbench. It happens. Trust me. Let's go ahead and get armored up here. That's all it takes. I've got a really good rifle. It's wait a minute. Wait. I'm going to get what I can here while I'm in the build menu. Debris, stack of shit, bricks rather. The shack, the sandbags on the shack supports, the lantern in the sky, ladder, debris. It's much faster to get rid of things while you're in a build menu. Things that'll highlight. It's faster. So I like to get rid of things while I can in the build menu rather than having to go to the command prompt and disable things, because it takes so much longer. You have to type, disable, and that just takes more time. And if you multiply that by how many things I'm having to delete here, you can kind of see where the problem lies. Alright, wow. This is a big build border. I am on the outskirts of it now. So, in order to get rid of this stuff, command prompt, and disable. Let's get rid of that tree too. That's just gonna drive me crazy. And a car. Of course, you have to spell it right. And that should do it. Oh, no. Ooh, that was close. No. This is, you have to get out of the build menu to jump far. And I still didn't jump far. So we're going to get a running start here. Oh, and that still didn't work. I'm just beating myself to death. What the heck? He's not jumping. There we go. Now all the stuff that's left is all command prompt disabled. And of course you have to spell it right. Whatever dish is. Oh, that's part of the machine gun emplacement. And that. And the treasure chest there, locker, whatever it is. Disable. Spell it right. And that flame should disappear. Yeah, it's nice. Go back into the build. That tree's gonna have to go. That can't be there. That is right in the way. Alright. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, what do I want to do here? Let's try a ramp first. I like using these regular road ramps because they blend so nice. You can't tell. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Shit. And that's not gonna work because it's just not going below grade. Okay, so we got a problem here. How am I gonna fix this? Usually a flat piece will go below grade. I need it up in the air presently. Boy, I wish I knew how to change that. Object set relative to player. Let's go to Y. Nope, it's still wrong. I'm going to plane to the other side there. Kind of cut the middle out. Let's see what that did. And can I come up a little bit? No, it's not wanting to. Now I'm hoping that this ramp section will plane because it'll snap to the other side. Yep, and it did. See if I can adjust. Yes. But now I'm not planing with the other side. It will. Still. What a pain. This project has been so just massive. Are we up where I want to be? Let's see what the fuck. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Let's just put it there. Excuse my language. Sorry. It's not very nice. Now we get it. No, that is a ramp. God. So when I lose patience, as I am starting to with this, it's all reliable right there. That piece right there will always snap something. I might get rid of this. Take this. Just set it there for a time being. And that is not where I wanted it. Ugh. We'll talk about being a pain. This section's really being a pain. Am I smooth over it? Yes. So too bad, so sad. It's got to stay that way. I'm not real happy with that. Not real happy with how this is going. But you know what? After all, it is just a ramp. An off ramp to the highway. That's exactly what it is. Fudgesicle. So does it really need to be perfect? Not at all. That's not too bad. See if I can't throw a section of railing in here. Yes. Cool. I would rather use these rails than use the landscaping. It just looks more original. And I technically don't even need to put one there, but there it is. We put one there. Now, we're trying to connect that way over there, and I've got this thing laying in the way. So guess what? Get rid of it. I can go along underneath here and clean all of that up later. Basically what I'm trying to do right now is line up the middles of the road. And since this is a flat piece, I'm out of the build. Nuts. This is just nuts. This one's hard. I ain't gonna lie. Wow. What if we took this? Oh, I like it. Grab it. Bring it down because I can do so much. Where is it? I'm listening for the click. It didn't. Dog meat, man. You stand right in the way sometimes. I love you, buddy, but jeez. And that looks pretty good. Not perfect. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take that and run down there with it and see if I can't place it in a way that's going to line up. No. And now I want to just check my alignment here. I'm kind of off to the right. So what that's going to force me to do, dog meat, you're going to go for a ride. Sorry, buddy. Just can't. He's always standing in the way. Actually, I kind of like the way that planed. And then you know, underneath the piece that I need. Bird. Get up out of my way. Alright. I believe I'm going to be better with a ramp piece here. Yeah, I know I'm outside the build or right. Yeah, that's another thing. This thing keeps telling me I'm outside the build border. You know, you can build outside the border, right? You just have to build it inside the border and carry it over there. And looky there. I'm building outside the border. And it matches up halfway decent. Like I said, this is only a ramp. So that's how I do that. Let's go back to the ramp. Let's get back up on the highway. Okay. Now, since I am outside the build area, I need to hide. Thinking about that cabin over there, but no. Need to hide a workbench. Can do it right here, I guess. See what we got underneath. I'm gonna stick it right underneath there, because you will never see it. Workbench spawner. Shoot it back in there. You'll never see that. And now guess what? Get my weapon back just in case. Night vision. Take a look at this weapon, man. Oh, that's not even the one. That one. So what the heck? 68. It's almost virtually the same as the other one. But that's the one. I like the painted one better. Okay, now let's see if we got a build order here. And we do. Because I know that because I can't move. And start cleaning it up. That's good. We're going to get rid of this and the car. And I just don't like junk laying around, so. Cleaning up the Commonwealth. I love motorcycles, but dude, you gotta leave it somewhere where it's not looking like shit. Trash always goes. Leaves, not always, but this time I will. And let's take the signpost away, because it's not doing anything anyway. And I think that's probably going to be pretty good. There's one. Alright, now, because this is a ramp section, I have to build with the landscaping rather than the highway, because I'll show you why, because it's goofy. Oh, for crying out loud. It's exactly why you need to build things on there, because see how it snaps, but it's just goofy. So you have to go to, no, can't tell you how many times I've fallen like that. Because if you have it highlighted accidentally, you don't mean to, it'll drop you right to the ground every time. Okay, completed. Starlight, drive in. I completed saving them from whatever was attacking. And the reason that's completed without me going there is because they are so well defended there. All of my settlements are. I want them to be self-sufficient, protect themselves. Different day, I guess. Today I like using the big poles. So, whatever. There it is. Put one there. Another section of slanted railing. There. And another pole. And that completes that section. Now this is flat. Now watch how much faster this is. As I'm running along the highways, if I heard that, I'd get off the highway. Oh no, it's not all flat. Well, now what to do. If I fall, I'm not going to fall far, so let's just end cap it. Call it good enough on this bottom. Wow, it really doesn't want me to do that. Okay. The only other option I have is that. So that we'll have to do. And there we go. And actually, let me take that out because reason being that section is going to require me to use landscaping again. And since this is just a regular, nope, I was going to say, if I don't use the big pole, you'll be able to see the end. And I don't want to be able to see the end because it's not, as it is, it already shows up a little bit. You can see it right here. So, what on earth? Oh, I know what happened there. Because I never used this angle. And there's two different angles of wrought iron fencing. One has a severe angle, and the other one is not as severe. So there's the severe, there's the not as severe. And because I manipulated it, meaning the road itself, ooh, that's going to create a problem, isn't it? Stop. Yeah. Huh. What to do? It's asymmetrical. I'm not going to like it. It's going to drive me crazy. Let's go with wrought iron and post. And that'll complete that ramp. So, off we go. Let's fly. So as you can see, this section's already been finished. Most sections already have. I believe this is the highway that goes to... Oh yeah, we